This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today for a Patreon cast for the week of March the 1st. It's going to be an incredible best of 5 sent to me by RJB, featuring RoyaL and Queen. Game 1 is here on Ascension. Left side, it's going to be our green Zerg player Queen. And on the right side, it is RoyaL. Both players, ASL champions, 2-time ASL champion in 2020 is Queen, and a 1-time ASL champion in 2023. Or 2022. I get those years mixed up. Time is a flat circle, man. It is RoyaL. Alright. What is the play going to be from these players? Mutalisks, Lurkers, maybe some mech in this best of 5. Oh, so excited. So excited to see what's going on here in this ZVT best of 5. Check out RJB at youtube.com/@RJB_TV, or I will find you and put your socks in water. How about that? Just walking around with damp socks. All right, so Terror the Overlord scouting out the wrong way here on Ascension. Walling off with the supply depot. And a barracks coming up right after the supply depot. Very, very good. Very standard here from RoyaL. And it looks like we're saving up. Yep, saving up for a hatch first here at 12 supply. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Man. As of this recording, ASL is going on. And man, Zealot versus Light in Group A. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's on the Africa TV YouTube channel. Testosis cast it. And it you will never see anything like it from any other player than Zealot. I promise you that. So extractor pool. Standard timing here. Good time for Brood War fans in 2024. Yes, indeed. Steve the SCV scouting a hatch first. He says, okay, I don't have to worry about lings. Well, at least not soon. This drone says, get away from my main base, Steve. Whoa, nice juke, nice move, Steve. Wow, that was impressive. Run, Steven. Steven SCV. Okay, so 2 racks opening, 1 racks expand into another racks. A lot of Marines in the future here for Queen. Guess what the 100 gas is going to? The first 100 gas going to Alair, second 100 to a speed upgrade for those lings, making them like 40% better than they would be if they didn't have speed. Delicious. Delicious and wonderful, all in the same place. All right, Academy coming in. Yep, I do foresee some Marine Medic, maybe some Firebat stuff coming out here for RoyaL to go pressure our Zerg player and just force something out of the Zerg player other than drones. All Queen wants to do at this stage of the game is make drones. I lied. He's got more lings here. I don't know why. You're not busting this. This is a very nice, well-constructed wall by Architect RoyaL here. You're not getting through this with lings. I don't know. Maybe he just was like, ooh, that was a very nice micro there on that drone. Okay, so Steve gets sniped, sees the second gas timing in about 4 minutes and says, probably going to invest a bunch into Mutalisks here if the gas is that early on this 2-base Mutalisk opening. So, Engineering Bay at some point here. Obviously getting the stim upgrade. What are you going to do with Marines if they don't have stim? Well, pretend you're in StarCraft 1, maybe? No, they did have stim in StarCraft 1. They just didn't have medics. That's what it was. I don't know what game developer was like, okay, so here's the deal. We give Marines a stim upgrade, It's an ability that lets them shoot faster and move faster. Everyone's like, oh, that sounds really powerful. But he's like, we got to balance it. We got to take some of their HP in order for them to use stim. And everyone's like, ooh, yeah, that's real smart. And nobody was like, is there any way for Marines to recover their HP in our game, StarCraft? Nobody had that question. I wonder if somebody did have that point and the response was just like, we'll save it for Brood War. We're planning on the expansion anyway. We're expecting this to be successful. I mean, Warcraft 2 sold something like 50 million copies. It was an insane number of copies from Warcraft 2. So they were like, we are floating in money, swimming in cash. We'll make a Brood War. It'll be successful. There's tons of hype for this game, and it's great because we are 1997's Blizzard. We cannot be stopped. Third base coming up left side, but you know, no king rules forever. You either live long enough to die a hero. What is it? Either die early enough as a hero or live long enough to become the villain. I know it applies to a lot of stuff, but it certainly has applied to Blizzard, hasn't it? What a tragic, tragic place the studio is in these days. Anyway, Mutalisks are here. Like I said. Ooh, +1 flyer attack invested too. It's going to be a bunch of... Oh, the Ling run by... Oh, trying to... Okay, we went after the missile turret for a second there, but then the bunker was a problem, and a bunch of Lings died and didn't hardly do anything to that missile turret or that bunker or those Marines whatsoever. Starport coming in. This might be RoyaL deciding to invest in Valkyries. Valkyrie prepared, he will say, and it will be fantastic. Scans coming in, scanning in, sees, yep, so you're still getting a ton of gas. You don't have like a super fast hive or anything. That's good. Mutas. Trying to see what they can do here. Picking off SCVs. There you go. And up to one volley down SCVs with the Mutas. And did not lose a Mutalisk during that flyby, but one of them is extremely injured at 13 HP. One missile hit will take it down. One turret hit shooting long bolt missiles. Not short bolt missiles, mind you. Long bolt missiles here. Control tower. So look, this is either Valkyries or this is drops, which I'm okay with either at this stage. If RoyaL wants to go for any both of those things or one of those things, I support him. Control tower on a starport is great, but I guess it also could just mean science vessels, which is not as exciting as drops for me. But really good. I mean, really good nevertheless. It is a Valkyrie. Hooray! Valkyrie coming in, man. RoyaL likes his Valks, and so do I. So does Falcon, man. All right, so 3 base in it here. No real pressure at all. There was that tiny move out. Did force a single sunken out of Queen, but not much other than that. I like Queen's position in this game quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. So +1 Mutas, tough to deal with. But, ooh, Valkyrie splash, man. Oh, the Scourge just wiped that out? Okay, never mind. Valkyrie died almost instantly. Got some decent splash off on these dudes, but still over 100 HP is good for Mutas. Oh, another Muta goes down. I think that was the super injured one, though, if I had to guess. Another Valkyrie's on the way. Let's see if RoyaL can do a little bit better job controlling the Valk and not letting it die to Scourge almost immediately. Ooh, yeah. 2 Marines at a time. Let's go. +1. +1 Mutalisks are here. 9+1 Glaive-Worn damage. First attack. Subsequent attacks doing less damage, but there are 3 of them. We know this already. Ooh, third base in trouble. Oh, snap. Did he not have adequate defense? Oh, boy. I don't know about this. And there's a Valkyrie here. Scourge. Get the Scourge. Get the Scourge. Okay, Scourge down. Sunken down. Third base up. Queen in massive amounts of trouble. Nope. This is just a nope from me, dog. Some lurkers show up, but bam, lurker dead. Lurker repositions itself. It's a dance. Damage on the lurkers are good. Hydra pops out, immediately gets eviscerated, and the hatch goes down. Great micro, great decision making getting out here. And the lurkers were too late. The lurker's sunken defense was not present. Valkyrie goes down. I think that was just a Mutalisk's attacks. This is pretty awesome. That's tough to do. But Queen, 2-time ASL champ, can do a lot of things you and I are not capable of. That might, I mean, look. I don't want to caster curse this thing, but that feels like a GG in game 1, doesn't it? Look at this thing. 2 basing Zerg, 2 basing Terran. There are 42 SCVs for the Terran. So it's not like he's two-basing it on 20 workers and struggling here. No, 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 no. Not even close. 3 more barracks on the way, so we know we're looking at some beautiful SK Terraning here from RoyaL. Does the production of Valkyries negate SK Terran? You think so? I don't think so. I think it's still SK Terran if you make a couple Valkyries early to deal with a really heavy investment into Mutalisks from your Zerg opponent. I think it still counts. If you make Siege Tanks, it's not SK Terran, though. I'm very firm on that one. That designation. Irradiate getting researched. Okay, well, Science Vessel means your Lurkers die. I don't know, a couple Marines died there. That was some incredible trades. 84 to 64 supply, 50 to 31 total drones. Well, 50 SCVs, man. This is over. I do not see a world in which Queen is like, well, maybe I could do this. Maybe if I get Dark Swarm out. Maybe if I research Plague. Maybe if these +1 mutas can absolutely wreck these Marines that have +1 attack and range and stim. They're working on an armor upgrade, which helps against these mutas for sure. Not here yet. Marine down. Marine down. Muta down. It's just, it's 100 gas and 100 minerals for each Mutalisk. If 1 Muta dies for every 2 Marines, do the math, friends. Mutas are like, we can take some missile turret hits, but an Irradiate would be bad news. Irradiate has been researched. Muta's coming down this right side. Another one goes down, but it's still 46 SCVs. Look, I know you want to keep the Terran on this side of the map. I get it. And you feel like your third base is back, so you can pull this off, but I am just staring at this game state and saying, Some of the best Dark Swarms of all time. Third base coming up right side here for Queen. These Marines, it's checked out to see if there are any Lings heading up there, and there were. The Lings are dead now. Irradiate, go. Split time, perfection. Really can't do better than that with your split, honestly. Factory dead means you can't make any more starports? Okay, but maybe don't lose 2 Mutalisks to kill the factory. I don't know. Fine. Fine. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say that was good enough. Not that... I'm not sure that RoyaL's interested in making any more starports. It's kind of like a 2-port affair, you know? 2-port, starport, science vessels, ahoy. Ooh, Ultralisk Cavern coming in here. Okay, okay. Could be interesting. Behold, the irradiation of the Lurkers has begun. But, dude, look at this thing. Look at this third base. Look at this transfer. It's not perfectly timed, but hey. I'm not sure it has to be. A little Dark Swarm set up down here. All right. This army gets wiped out. It's not double the supply advantage from RoyaL anymore. It's only 123 to 83. And look who's expanding down here, too. Queen is... Oh, this sneaky attack is pretty sneaky. But, I don't know. There's a Lurker here. There's another Lurker here now. I don't know. 54 to 36 workers is just not where you want to be. Plagues on the way. 2 Ultra Caverns. Okay, so this is... I want speed for Ultras, and I want chitinous plating for Ultras at the same time. Thank you. And then he doesn't start chitinous plating with this first Ultralisk Cavern. He does have the cash for it. He's just choosing to spend it on... he starts another Carapace upgrade for his ground units, which is fine. I mean, he's already got +2, +3, which is pretty nice against Marines. Especially if they've got +2, +1 with +3, +2 on the way. And they do. And they do. More scanning. Radiates the Scourge. Still loses a Science Vessel. But that was like 6 Scourge that went down, so... drops. Drops, 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 drops. He did go some drops. Oh, this is a big, big drop. I like it. Okay, and these mutas are like, we have to deal with this. These Lings aren't quite enough of... Yeah, they're dying before they reach their intended target. Nice Plague! Ooh! Sick Plague, though. Irradiate on the Mutalisks, though, and an attack busting into the third base. We will kill you a second time, says RoyaL. This group does die, but mostly because of the Plagues. That was an insanely sick Plague, but Third base is dead. Okay, this is the third base now, says Queen. Don't worry about it. Man, third base dies twice in 14 minutes. And Royal's expanding up this right side too, and he's up 139 to 79 supply. Make it 142 to 79 supply in favor of Royal here. And I don't even know if defending this base is going to be enough in the long term, sir. Maybe the best plagues of all time. Maybe the best dark swarms of all time. Ugh. Scourge not doing a lot. Oh, we got our first fire bats. Where are these drones? What? I don't know where those drones were going. Maybe it was just a bad rally. Drones are like, don't mind us, just walking through an incredibly active war zone today. Okay, I guess. 150 to 70 supply. Lings? Yeah. Royal's not doing a great job keeping these Lings outside of the Dark Swarm. This fire bat, though, 7 kills. He gets surrounded and killed after getting 8, but hey, he did his job, I would argue. Yeah, this needs to be defended within an inch of its life, and having one lurker over here, and nope, GG, man. Queen taps out. Royal takes game number 1 in 15 minutes. And yeah, sometimes it just comes down to, oh, you weren't quite adequately defended at your third base, and a Terran showed up and died. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, from there, I just think it was game over. Like, props to Queen for fighting it out. He rebuilt it. He got a 4th base, but he was just so far behind economically and tech-wise, and Ultra's never factored into this game at all. I'm not even sure if he researched chitinous plating. He has a couple Ultras on the way, but they're not part of this equation, right? Right. So, well done, Royal. Just sometimes one moment can be enough to win a game. That's exactly what happened here. So game 1's in the book. 78,000 to 69,000 points in favor of Royal. Similar units produced. Royal outkilled the Zerg player by about 40 units. Zerglings were involved pretty heavily. That makes sense. 10 to 1 buildings raised in favor of the Terran. That's not good if you're Zerg. And 27,000 resources spent to 26. Outspending your Zerg opponent in resources in 15 minutes is usually a good sign. Things are fine. So GG. Game 1 in the books. Let's go to game number 2. See if Queen can get some revenge, or if this is going to start out in a major Royal 2-0 advantage. Let's find out. Game 2 is here on Hidden Track, and it's the best track of the soundtrack for Brood War, in my opinion. Just incredible amping up here. God, I love it. It makes me smile every time. Top left, white Zerg Queen. Bottom left, red Terran. It is Royal. Overlord scouting the correct direction here. And every time I hear this track, it takes me back to when I was, let's see, how old was I in 1998? I was like 16? 16 in 98? Good time to be 16, man. A lot of amazing, amazing games happening. Half-Life came out in 98. I did not know about Half-Life, I don't think. For some reason, I mean, I had friends who were super gamers, man. They introduced me to Warcraft 2. They introduced me to StarCraft. I mean, we all kind of found StarCraft together when it was announced in gaming magazines and whatnot. But, yeah. I mean, I played Counter-Strike with them, but for some reason, they were never super into Half-Life. I think... When did I find out about Half-Life? That's a question I should find out. I played it for the first time in, like, 2008. I mean, I was late to the party. But, it held up, man. Fantastic game. I played through it again with, somebody introduced a mod that does ray trace lighting in Half-Life, and I was like, dang, gotta play it again. It's time. And it was time, and it was awesome. Anyway, Half-Life. Falcon recommends one of the most popular, well-reviewed games in the history of gaming. Look at me go. I don't know. Look, if my audience skewed a little bit younger, I'd be like, all right, young whippersnappers, get out there and play Half-Life. But, I don't know, YouTube constantly tells me the age demographic for my viewers is like 26 to 38. And 98% of you are dudes, and 2% of you are women, which is interesting. Always nice to have, you know, representation in the StarCraft scene. I will never say no to that. Anyway, same opening here from Queen. Same darn opening here effectively from Royal. 1 racks, wall, barracks. SCV on the scouting path again. What's going on? Again, this is a Patreon cast. I guess I need to point that out again. This is going to be posted at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin on, let's say, I don't know, like March 1st or something. I think that's when it's going to pop up there, 2024. So if you're watching it around then, thank you so much for being a patron in 2024. I know the economy's not doing well in America or Canada or England or Brazil or Argentina or Japan or Korea or Papua New Guinea or Australia or New Zealand. I mean, you know what I mean? Or Zambia. Name a country. I don't think things are going well. The Czech Republic. Because the world is in a bit of an inflationary setup. Last I saw, like, America's struggling with inflation, but like other countries have it, a lot of other countries have it worse. So what I'm saying is, things are tight. I understand that. So if you're supporting me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, I love you. I appreciate it. I know it's a sacrifice for you, and you're the best. If you're watching this on YouTube a month later, like, I don't know, maybe late March 2024, early April, hit that like button. Subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. It's awesome. Spire coming up. Don't miss days. I can promise you I don't miss days. If I go on vacation, I record a buffer that I schedule using YouTube's scheduling built-in software. So you never even know I was gone. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, 2 racks there. Ba-ching, ba-ching. You can also support me here by clicking the join button down below, becoming a member of the channel for $1.99 a month at the Zergling level, or higher levels are available. And PayPal. PayPal too. One-time donations out there. FalconPaladin@gmail.com for PayPal donos. For people who don't like recurring subscriptions, can't blame you. Everybody wants to set up a recurring subscription, right? Your car wants you to set up a recurring subscription for it in 2024. That's how stupid things have gotten. So if you just want a one-time dono, do it, never think about it again, bam, PayPal, best option. Lings are like, oh, the entire army left? Take this, supply depot. And this Marine's like, you idiots. Get out of here. I left 1 Marine behind for that very purpose. Ooh, did force these guys to come back home, though. That's kind of nice. How many Sunkens we got? 2 creeps. We're not committing to Sunkens yet because these Marines are down here now. These Lings have done good, right? They're scouting where the army is, when they're moving out, where they are. Did they come back? And they did, so we don't have to Sunken these. That's resources that can go to more drones or Mutalisks. And look, another +1 flyer attack. Here from Queen. 3rd base coming up top right here on Hidden Track. Again, this is a map that I think is kind of tank favored, but is Royal going for mech? It's not a mech opening. I can promise you that. That is 3 racks, buddy. Guess what's out, though? The Mutalisks are here. Scan says... Are there Sunkens there? No, but we probably have to worry about these Mutas more than those Sunkens at the moment. Ah, 5 Mutalisks. 2 more on the way. More flying across the map here to join this party. Ooh, and once again, this is very reminiscent of Game 1, isn't it? Oh, they got a turret this time. The Ling's accomplishing more. Helping these Mutas out. All the turrets inside the natural base are gone, which means the Marines need to provide all of the anti-air for these poor SCVs. It's not easy. Not easy being cheesy or being breezy. 8 Mutalisks up. Trying to give you guys full visuals on what's happening here, but I also want the minimap a little bit. I guess I don't. You can see what's coming. 3 more Mutalisks on the way. That +1 flyer is not being canceled. Queen says, with this power, with the power of the Mutalisk, I shall come out of the darkness and win this fight. Yeah, this is pretty effective, man. I am not going to say no to this. Oh, 3 Mutas. Maybe don't go in by yourselves, guys. There we go. Group up, stack up. Oh, another Muta went down. Again, it's just bad luck. If you have 1 Mutalisk in your group, and it's very low HP, and that's the first one to die when they're all stacked up. That's just luck. There's no way to target that thing. Hilariously, it's another Valkyrie from RoyaL. This is basically game 1, except it's a better Mutalisk opening, I think. It wasn't the worst Mutalisk opening ever for Queen in game 1, but this has been, I don't know, this has been like top 10 ever Mutalisk openings I've cast on the channel, which says a lot. Queen's Nest coming in at 8 minutes, because why wouldn't you get a Queen's Nest at 8 minutes? Look at that scan, too. Oh, that's an Evo chamber. Look at that scan of that Queen's Nest, which is up here in the top right. Where is it? I'm so blind, you guys. I am. Oh, it's right here. Nope. It's right here. Oh, it's behind this extractor. It's a good hiding place for it. I kind of like it. All right. Mutas. They got their +1 attack, but doesn't help against Valkyries. I gotta snap. Wait for the Scourge to pop. I already have a pair of them on the way. Lurker Aspect coming in a little bit faster than in the last game. That's a scan to see if there are Lurker Eggs on the ramp, and there aren't. Okay, so the Muta's job, once again, Valkyrie's a little bit close, but okay, got some nice splash off. The thing about Mutalisks, too, and Valkyries, is that you don't necessarily need to get a ton of attacks on them with your Valkyries before they start dying. Sunken, sunken. Sunken, sunken, sunken. Hive on the way. Not surprised by that. Oh, siege mode. Okay, not SK Terran this time. It's because there are tanks in production. I like it. I do. I just, with the prevalence of Hydralisks being added to this setup, this matchup, in 2023 and 2024, again, the meta is still adapting for Brood War 25 years after it came out, guys. Bonkers. Bonkers stuff. Mutas are like, your army's moving out? There's not a lot of you dudes back home, are there? Yeah, it's 37 to 29 SCVs. This is good. This is good stuff from Queen in game 1. Pretty standard. It's, you know, it's not like Queen's doing anything out of the ordinary. This is standard ZVT shenanigans. And he's just getting more value with it than sometimes we see in matches, yeah? Valkyrie is out ahead. Trying to use that Valkyrie micro to shoot while your back is turned towards your target. It's tricky. But this is RoyaL we're talking about. I think he's going to be okay. Defiler round on the way. And he didn't even have to lurker up this ramp. That's nice. That's okay. Lurkers and Sunkens here. Scourge connecting. Valkyrie's gone. Big deal. Mutas are injured, but they've got the +1. There are 10 of them. There are 11 of them now. Let's regroup, boys and girls. Ooh, and sniping that tank. Ah, he does get the tank. Big deal. Big get there. Taking that tank down. Getting that out of this composition. Exactly what we want to see, and that's a GG. Whoa. Then RoyaL's like, nah, I'm not doing this. This is not happening. I guess. I mean, it's what? 35 to 36 workers. Your player's not exactly on fire economically, but I think the larger problem is the Defilers are coming out. His one tank got wiped. He's really just kind of 2-base Marine tanked all in that thing with the Valkyries. Couldn't do it. He's like, I am nowhere near getting a 3rd base. So trying to play 3 bases to 2 bases against Queen is just a bit too much of an uphill battle here. Let's take our 1-1 tie in this best of 5, and let's move on into game number 3, I think is the intent. So yeah, just once again, sometimes it's not one moment that wins you the game. Sometimes it's just being able to string together 5 or 6 good moments with your Mutalisks and with your Lings, right? The Lings getting turrets this time as opposed to not getting turrets in game 1. Just all of that mixed together was fantastic. And then the inability of RoyaL to get up here and threaten this 3rd base, unlike in game 1. So it's just a bunch of little things that led to this victory. Well done. Queen ties it up like an absolute boss that he is. 35,000 points to 41,000 points in favor of Queen this time, producing similar numbers of units, but this time Queen outkilled the Terran by 2-1, and that's your difference. Structures raised 3-0, big deal too, and outspending the Terran in this game too. So all of the metrics Yep, just tell us what we saw. It's confirming what we already knew. Which I guess metrics can be good for. So let's move into game number 3. It's going to be on Polypoid. Let's see what that one's all about. And hit that like button if you haven't already. Game 3 is here on Polypoid. Right side again is going to be a white Zerg. It is Queen in the top left, wearing very handsome red. It is RoyaL. All right, man. So this is Polypoid. A very nice big 4-player map. And yeah, no cross-spawn scout here for Terry. But that's okay. Cross-spawn scouting as an overlord is a very dangerous affair. So I can't quite blame him if he is disobeying the Overmind by going this top side and not cross-spawn, right? Right. Man, this has been good. These first 2 games so far, I mean, I like what I'm seeing from Queen in game 2. RoyaL in game 1 was just on top of it. Super mega on top of it, guys. This is ZVT, though. I mean, look. I'm going to say it's generally your favorite matchup. I'm saying that. There are people who are like, nah, man, I love PvT. My favorite matchup is ZVT. Wait, no, we already said that one. But you know what I mean. But generally, ZVTs, I think, on average, get the most views out of people. I'm not sure if it's because it reminds you guys of Starship Troopers, and that's everyone's favorite movie, or what. But Barracks coming up inside the main base this time. This indicates maybe an attempt at a 1 base. A 1 base. 1 base all in? Maybe not. Maybe he's just really worried about early lings. It's harder to scout on this map. But it's another hatch first. Queen is just like 12 hatching it non-stop today. Sending a drone out on the scout, trying to see what's what. The answer is, we'll find out. Pool extractor just tells us we're not super interested in getting speed for these lings as soon as that pool pops. So again, probably just a more standard, easier to deal with 2-base Mutalisk opening from Queen again. He could throw down a Hydralisk Den. Let's not leave that out of the equation here as a potential outcome of this opening. But considering how good it was in game 2, I don't know if he wants to. I don't know what he wants to do on that front, you know? All right. Take that, drone. There's already a Marine out shooting you in the face. So this just feels like another 1-Rax expand timing. Instead of walling off here, a little bit harder to wall off. That's definitely wider than the previous maps we were on, Ascension, right? So don't even bother, I guess, is the idea. Second Rax on the way, no gas taken. What else are you going to do at 3 minutes other than make a second Rax? So exact same openings for these players thus far. There's your lair. There's your second base. There's your Overlord moving out. Here's your SCV versus drone battle. Steve's going to win that fight. Get out of there, drone. You don't want to fight this guy. He will ruin you. He will wreck you. And the Zergling's like, I have claws on my head. And claws on my feet. Do we think so? I don't know what the hands on the top of the Ling's head are really supposed to be. I guess they're supposed to be claws. Do we think they're attacking with those claws and their front feet? And maybe their teeth, too, is like a 3-pronged attack, right? 2 sets of claws and teeth. Maybe that's why their DPS is so good, especially when they have Adrenal. Anyway, Steve didn't get a kill, but good enough. Second Steve shows up. Dies terribly, but scouts the Spire, and, you know, that was his job anyway. Ooh, drone get the kill? Drone got the kill! Drone's gonna go back to the drone bar after this game and say, yeah, killed an SCV. Nobody's gonna believe him, but it's true, he did. They might actually believe him. It's not that weird that a drone would kill an SCV, not even close. Killing a Marine, harder to do, more impressive. What is this guy hiding down here for? You proxying? You scouting to see if there's a fast third here? It's down at the 6 o'clock instead, guy, but good guess. And again, any base with a corner, or any map with a corner base with a ramp that leads up to it like that is a good third base for Zerg, but this one's a little bit harder to defend. Still got ramps, though, so I mean, 2 ramps harder to defend than 1. Requires more of an investment. Oh boy. Ow. Ow. Okay, speedlings are better than slowlings by about a gajillion %. Third rack's coming in. No sign of a factory yet here. Stim getting research. Engineering bay on the way. We're ready for the Mutalisks when they show up, kind of. The engineering bay is not done yet. Six mutas are on the way. At the same time, turrets get thrown up. Generally how you want to do this. But he knows it's a longer rush distance. Oh my gosh, this is... RoyaL's understanding of this map. Seriously, he started the turrets a little bit later than normal because he knows it's a cross spawn on Polyvoid. That's bonkers. That is just a level of understanding of the map and distances involved and timings beyond my own considerations. Alright, Marines have stim. Range is almost done on these boys. Man, I've been reading more Horus Heresy, y'all. I finished up Mechanicum last week. Again, depending when you're watching this, it was last week or it was a month ago. But good stuff, man. Graham McNeil, good author. It's just, every time I see a Marine now, I'm like, these are not. If these were intended to be ripoffs of Space Marines, they're not very good at it. Space Marines are way more powerful than Marines are. I don't know that Space Marines would die because 5 Mutalisks shot it in the face. Maybe Mutalisks are super powerful. Maybe that's the idea here, is that these are Space Marines, but that Mutalisks hit so hard they can even murk Space Marines with a single volley. Man, that is some scary stuff. Definitely some scary stuff. Man, he's going for +1 flyer again. So, I mean, if RoyaL doesn't know what's coming after this, I don't know what to tell you. The thing is, you're not strapped into any particular build order at this stage. Nobody is, right? This could be a mech transition if RoyaL wanted to do that. This could be, he could cancel +1 right now and start going crazy ultra. Throw down a Queen's Nest. Get that Carapace upgrade fast and try to crazy ultra this thing. Ooh, Ling Muta. Ling Mutalisk on the... Yeah. If you see a Zerg player commit that hard with all of their mutas, they know they're going to win that battle, and they do 99.99% of the time. Sometimes... There have been rare examples where I've seen that exact situation. The Zerg player commits to it, and then all the mutas die, and it's like, oh, maybe that's not what, I didn't read that correctly, did I? No, Hydroden. Evolution Chamber coming in. Continue to scan to third. Do you have any defense here at all? No? Interesting. Interesting, RoyaL says, but he hasn't been able to move out. He's got +1. He's got range, he's got stim, he's got medics. This is an anti-Mutalisk force as much as you can at this stage of the game. I mean, on some level, are Goliaths better because they have better range than the Marines? It's questionable. Ooh, nice pick off of a medic. It's another thing. It's hard to control your army so that you don't have people on the outside. It's another medic that gets sniped. Very little damage taken on those Mutalisks as a result. Yeah, losing medics here. That's what we see now. Oh, we're doing it again? All right. Sure. Queen's just absolutely eating 2 separate Marine medic groups in about 2 minutes. Okay, so this is RoyaL holding back and saying, it's scary out there. These are +1 mutas, as they've been all day, mind you. Good thing I have Valkyries in production. Valkyrie is a good unit. Wow, I mean, okay, just kind of attacking the front here is Queen, I guess. That's what you're into. That's what you're into. But man, just 11 +1 mutas against turrets. Oh no, this is straight 12. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say Valkyries. 1 muta goes down. This muta's back here trying to regen its HP at a very low rate. I mean, it's technically regen. It's not amazing. Where's the Queen's Nest? There's the Queen's Nest. I knew it. I knew there'd be a Queen's Nest and a hive coming up again. So, yeah, these first 3 games have just been carbon copies in a lot of ways. It's just that Queen has managed to get the advantage in the first 10 minutes of games 1 and 2. Sorry, 2 and 3. And RoyaL had the advantage in the first 10 minutes of game 1. So sometimes StarCraft can be snowbally, right? Where small snowball that's started at the top of the hill the first 10 minutes of the game can turn into a major massive advantage later on, which is, I think, what Queen is trying to roll with here. Okay, it's just like, look. Until the Valkyries... Ah! Okay, I don't know if straight up fighting those Valkyries with your Mutalisks was cool. Okay. Yeah, this is forcing RoyaL all the way home with his entire army. Because he doesn't have any turrets in the main. This is not 11 mutas. This is 8 mutas, and 6 of them are incredibly injured, but all the Valkyries are gone, and Irradiate wasn't done yet. Dude, this is big. This is big for Queen. These 11 minutes could not have gone... I was going to say couldn't have gone better for him. Is this better than game 2 in the opening for him? Maybe. It might honestly be. Once again, no sign of a third base here for RoyaL. He keeps scanning this third base and seeing if there's any defense here, and there's not. And he's like, this is not good. Ooh, careful. Ooh, but sure. Getting a science vessel after losing a lurker and all of your Scourge and 2 Mutalisks to an accidental flyover of the Terran army. Not ideal, but survivable. Doesn't mean an instant loss by any stretch here. Macro hatch coming up. Bunch of lurkers out. Lurker is going to come out ahead of this drone in this 4th base attempt by Queen. Scope it out. Make sure there aren't any Marines down here. No vultures somehow. He doesn't expect vultures from this at all. He knows this is pure SK Terran. No tank investment. Not at all. Ooh, did you just scan down there? Bet he did. Okay. Like, lurker sunken is tough to get through. I guess that's 2 lurkers, but one of them's dead. Oh, and it was the one that was healthier, too. Yeah, so the one that remains is only 24 HP. 25 now. I'm sorry for mixing that up. Goodness. But lurker count, heavy. 8 lurkers down here with all of no attack upgrades. They've got a ground carapace upgrade. Fine. Adrenals coming in. Ultralisk Cavern coming in. Queen needs to survive this onslaught if he's going to win this game. He's throwing up macro hatcheries. Scourge, do not connect. Defiler gets irradiated, throws up a Dark Swarm. And another amazing Dark Swarm. That's going to force RoyaL back further. Oh. And some lurker spines tearing through the bodies of those Marines. Okay, so 4th base, as we know, coming up bottom left here. I thought maybe we would see an attempt to get up here, but 3 lurkers top of the ramp. Tough stuff. Tough stuff here. 9 sets of lings on the way, just trying to use adrenal lings with no attack upgrades to survive until Ultralisks come out. But look at these groups, man. This is a 2-basing RoyaL. Again, no sign of a third for him. That 4th base might have been a mistake for Queen. I don't know if he's only at 40 drones, though. So it kind of solely for larva purposes, kind of. All right, that science vessel wants to die. These Scourge rallying. Maybe could have got something there. There's nothing on this ramp. Like I said, defending 2 ramps is hard. I didn't think it'd be this difficult. Nidus Canal gets sniped. No instant reinforcements into the 3rd base. This might be Queen being punished for his greed right now. Marines, are they going to snipe down this hatch? They kill a drone. Every drone that dies here is good for RoyaL and very, very precious to Queen. Yeah, we're just kind of trapping him in here. Oh, science vessels dying. Oh, the jukes, though. That was a connection, though. Trying to use lurkers to try to bust this out. These Marines are like, we have 1-1. You can't stop us. Oh, maybe a bunch of adrenalings with lurker support. Well, okay, that was well timed by Queen. So the base is alive. 40 drones again. Queen's replenishing a little bit here. Nice dark swarm. RoyaL a little bit late to get out of that thing. Filer's dying thanks to radiation poisoning as per usual. The Marines are at 1-1. The Lings are at 2 Carapace plus 1 attack and Adrenal, which is like plus 6 attack, man. It's good. Is he just gonna... Where do those... Did all the lurkers at the third base get irradiated? Holy smokes. Okay, third base... Nope. Yeah, third base of Queen is dead. That's big. Ooh, look who's building a third base now. High ground, minerals only. Really investing heavily into these Marines. This is bad. This is really, really bad for Queen here. See if they... Oh, good Dark Swarm. Shutting that thing down. Anabolic Synthesis is on the way. Are there... Oh, preventing the retreat! Oh, cutting off the retreat is so good. No, but they cut their way through. And some of these Marines actually escaped. Incredible stuff, y'all. What do you got? 3 kills, 7 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills, 1 kill. How do you only have 1 kill? Oh, all 3 of these lurkers got irradiated? I think so. Except for this one. This one didn't get irradiated. That's a big deal. Nice plague. Fire bats stimming, chasing down this defiler. Oh. Trying to kill a Marine. They're good at that, unless you've been plagued. Defiler running for his life. Look at this, man. A run by at the 4th base and using the splash of the fire bat. Nidus Canal, desperate defense here at the 3rd base. Target firing the extractor first, maybe. Boxer maneuvering. Evacuate. Evacuate. We can't all go in at once. We have to take turns. So many drones have died. 34 drones to 43 SCVs. This 4th base looks like it's dead, and look at him just parking over the Nidus being like, hey, you want to send Lings at this? You go right ahead. No, but the plague science vessels. Mutalisk wipes him out. Nidus goes down. That means the 4th base is dead. Dude, RoyaL really wants to get a 2-1 lead in this best of 5. That was massive. 3rd base getting replanted by Queen, but the macro hatches are going to have to help a lot here. 5 Ultralisks are on the way. That might help a bunch here, too. Oh, and then no defense at the 3rd base might help. Okay, so Queen's trying to find little bits of damage to get back into this game. Down 40 to 32 workers and overall supply by 20. Does wipe out a bunch of SCVs, which is nice. Dude, these groups, I feel like there's nothing defending this base. There's 1 Ultralisk defending this base. This is scraptastic, man, but the Ultralisks have arrived. They have chitinous plating. They have anabolic synthesis. They are tough for Marines to kill. A lot of science vessels died trying to keep that Nidus Canal free of Zerglings. And I wonder if that was a mistake from RoyaL, because he's only got the 2 gas. He's got 2 more science vessels back here and another 3 science vessels. And there are a lot of Ultras out. This is 7 Ultralisks. This is more that I've seen. More than I've seen in any one moment here in a while. But yeah, this is Queen needs to take the pressure to RoyaL. If he can't take the pressure to RoyaL, he's just a dead cert. I'm sorry, but I don't write the rules. That's just how it works here. He's not trying to retake that 4th base either. But my gosh, these Ultras are so hard to kill. But going off that ramp is dicey. We don't have any Defiler support. We don't have any Ling support. The symbiotic relationship between Lings and Ultras is, as always, while you're busy focusing on the giant tusked monster who's tanking all of your shots, these little guys are sneaking in and hammering you to death with their adrenal. If you're not killing the Lings, then they're murdering you, and your first impulse is always to kill the Ultras. So Lings alone, not as good. Ultras alone, not as good. But when they are combined, it's like peanut butter and chocolate. It's a delicious combination for Zergs. And a terrible combination if you are a Terran player. 134 to 100 supply. Still at 42. This army's out of position for this. Okay. Ultralisks. Fire bats in bunkers getting shots off. Scourge chasing down those Science vessels. I think 2 of them went down. Irradiated Ultralisk in the house. Irradiated Ultralisk doing terrible, terrible damage to those Marines, but not enough damage as the Ultralisk goes down. What is this? Another sneak down to kill. Oh my gosh, the third base of Queen is going to die again. Queen got a new third base over here on the right side. Is he successfully defending it with the Dark Swarm positioning? And these Ultras, maybe. The SCVs are fighting here at the third base. It's a trapped Ultralisk spinning. He's freed by his brothers. The right side hatch goes down. The 6 o'clock hatch for Queen is dead too. But the third base of the Terran is gone. And it is 29 to 31 total workers. These Ultras, 9 kills on that guy. 10 kills on that Ultralisk. No Dark Swarm. No Lings here to help them. SCVs are body blocking and screwing with their pathing. Medics are healing them, but they are still coming. Just kidding. One of them just died. And this guy is not very healthy either, I imagine. Nope, he's also very dead. Ooh. Dude, Queen is on 2 base right now. He's trying to replant that right side base. But once again, needs the fight to be over here. Needs it to be on this side of the map. Can he do it? Consolidating, immediately gets irradiated. Hurry before you die with 250 energy. Dark Swarm, second Dark Swarm. Yes! Okay, great positioning there by Queen. He is so desperately needing to make this work. He's got 600 minerals. He's not broke, but dude, he's on 2 bases right now. The time he was on 4 bases is sustaining him right now. It is 82 to 81 overall supply. Here we go again, and this time there are Zerglings with the group. Irradiated Ultralisk is hurting those Lings real bad, though. Another great Dark Swarm is up. RoyaL backed into a corner, but there is no Dark Swarm there, so they can kind of hang out in the corner. Is there another Defiler coming, or is he just going to go for it? Is Queen going to go? That Ultralisk is not going to do any better. I guess he's just kind of hanging out. All right, fair enough, I guess. Lings on top of the SCVs. The SCV count is dead. Science vessels get sniped! More Science vessels are here. This Ultralisk just tearing through the Marines. Another guy joins the party. RoyaL, nowhere to run. If he can clear out these Ultras, can he do it? It is 70 to 44 supply in favor of the Zerg. This has been... Oh, and the irradiated Ultralisks in among the SCVs. GG. RoyaL taps out. Queen wins it and takes a 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Are you kidding me? That's an epic game. I don't know what else to tell ya. There is no third base. There is no... Okay, there is a 5th base. Technically, this pop, there are no drones at it, though. This is it. This was it. The fact that Zergs undersaturate their bases and therefore still have money at their naturals at 22 minutes is a massive reason that this was a Zerg win. Because this base died. This base died twice. This base died. There was nowhere else that the Zerg player lived. Queen was on his last fumes of 63 minerals and 19 gas. I mean, sure, he had some drones he could transfer over there. He was, in fact, transferring 8 drones over to this right side 5th base. That would have won him the game if RoyaL was just kind of pinned inside of his main base with no source of income, right? So, awesome. That was an amazing, amazing comeback from Queen. Pulls it off. 131,000 points, 144,000 points in favor of Queen, outproducing the Terran, out-killing the Terran. Similar numbers of buildings raised. That means it was a close game and outspending in 22 minutes by 5,000 resources. Awesome. Really, really, really awesome stuff, man. That was great. That was a fantastic ZVT. I mean, that one alone would just get an epic tag. If I had just done it on its own, as a standalone 1-game VOD, I would have epic tagged that thing and it would have gotten a ton of attention, but we just might have to Might just have to epic tag this whole series, how this has been going. Wow, what a game 3. Okay, so that is game 3. I said that already. We're going to have game 4 because of we have to now. Can we force a game 5, Royal fans, or is Queen just going to lose game 1 and then they go bam, 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 3 games, 3-1, best of 5, better luck next time? Let's find out. We're back on Ascension for game 4. This time colors are a little bit different. Left side and bottomish. It's going to be Royal, sporting orange this time. Spamming 600 APM. And in the bottom right, it's going to be our white Zerg again. It is Queen. He does favor white. It is a pretty clean look here. But I do prefer Zerg to be purple. It is the standard color, right? Standard color for Zerg. And I think red is the standard color for Terran, but let me know, Terran fans, what you think. Dang, son. What a play. There's a new Survivor season? Oh my gosh, Survivor. Okay, we know how old Survivor is, because when Falcon was but a young lad, when he was still in high school, Survivor was brand spanking new, and it was driving people nuts. I had friends who were not big TV people who were like, dude, you gotta watch Survivor. The drama, the intrigue is off the wall. It's real people. It's real people, Falcon. And I was like, first of all, I don't believe that. I believe this is scripted to some level. And second of all, I don't care about these people. And that's been my stance on reality TV ever since. I haven't really ever gotten into reality TV. Any reality TV. That's not to say that when I was married, I wasn't watching some reality TV shows with my ex. Just in the name of, you know, marriage cohesion. Like, she watched Batman movies with me, so I should be watching TLC shows about doing makeovers for people. That's fine, too. I mean, that one at least. Not scripted, right? Somebody comes in, they're like, I need a wardrobe and makeup update. And then they're like, here you go. Here are some clothes that fit you better. And here's some makeup styles that work for your face. And then it's over. And it's like, oh, they do look better. That's nice. Like, there's nothing rigged there, right? There's no scripting to make it more suspenseful than it otherwise would be, because there is no suspense. They're going to come in, they're going to fix them, they're going to look better at the end, right? I'm trying to remember what that show was called. I think the lady's name was Stacy. I have no idea what the dude's name was. Anyway, yeah, that's like one of the only reality TV shows that I put time into. Not a big reality TV show guy, Falcon. All right. Same build here from Royal, right? Racks, expand. If he doesn't get another Racks here, I'm going to be shocked. But he is getting gas a little bit earlier than he did in the last game. Pool done, 100 gas, says Lair. Pachow. Second base was first. SCV coming in. We know how this works. We know how this works. Ooh, look at the block. Like, you don't get to get in here and see what I'm doing. But then he did. Steve totally got in here and saw what was happening. Hilariously. All right, metabolic boost is on the way. Steve the SCV dies, as is his wont. He is known to do that from time to time. Dude, seriously, scouting workers, though, survival rate, like 0.01%. I really think it is. Ooh, okay, never mind. Game 4, he says, we got to mix this up. This whole SK Terran thing is not working out. Let's go Fast Factory. This could be like a 2-port Wraith opening. This could just be him doing the mech. I don't know. Once again, Queen with his traditional 2-lings, doing 2-lings things, which is hacking away at the front door if you can, but if there are Marines behind this door, then they will shoot you in the face. Anyway. And if these were Space Marines, they'd have a melee attack too. A lot of Space Marine legions send their Space Marines out with like knives and swords and very cool stuff. So, see, it's not a total ripoff of Warhammer. Third base coming in 4 minutes up the right side here from Ascension. It's one of my favorite penny arcades. Gabe comes into Tycho and is like, oh man, you see this Warhammer stuff? Like they totally ripped Blizzard off. Look, they've got Marines and Hydralisks and Zerglings and stuff. And Tycho's like, no. Trust me, you don't want to say another word. He's getting so mad. It's great. And then there are like 600 words on the third panel, and the name of the comic is I Hope You Like Words. It's very appropriate. I think they made it into a hoodie back in the mid-2000s. Penny Arcade is still going, y'all. Still doing their thing. Inspirational, honestly, that they're still rocking it. Scans in, sees, oh, what's this? A 2-base Muta opening? No way. Got Morlings here. They're still not done. Hang on. It's hiding. Can he jump on this? No friggin' way. No friggin' way. No, he tried. He tried going for it, but they plugged the hole with their bodies very effectively, very quickly. Okay, that's a bit of investment into Lings that killed, I don't know, a Marine? Not exactly what you're looking at here. Okay, well, it's not mech. It's a Valkyrie. It's 4 barracks being produced at the same time here. Les Mutalisks have arrived. Mutalisks on the wind. As they do. But I think the Valkyries are out a little bit faster this time, right? Valkyrie out at 6 minutes is faster than it was in the last game anyway. So here it comes. Is Queen ready for it? Ah! Loses a Mutalisk because I lost my right-click there. My right-click tracking capabilities. And, oh! Queen mixing it up for the first time today by getting Flyer Carapace instead of Flyer Attack. Awesome. Really cool stuff. All right. Lings and Mutas try to jump in here. They do okay. Marines, some of them survive, which is really all you need with Marines. That's kind of their superpower, is you can wipe out 25 of 30 Marines in an attack, but if all there's left are 5 Marines, your base is dead. Their damage output is nuts. I guess maybe the same can be said if a 30 Zergling group attacks you and there are only 10 Lings left because, right, 2 Lings per Marine. They could still do a lot of damage because Lings are great, but I don't know. I just feel like Marines, especially Marines, you leave any vestige of those guys around and they will wreck stuff, and that's kind of another Space Marine thing, isn't it? Small group of Space Marines will ruin you if there's nothing left to oppose them. As it should be. They're bolt guns. See, these Marines don't have bolt guns. These Marines have Gauss rifles. Developed by the German inventor gun guy. Oh, what's his name? No internet. We can do this. I can search this on my phone while we're walking up to that third base. Anyway, I don't know. It was a German name. So Germany, responsible for the Gauss rifle, a real thing. Third. Oh, seriously, Queen. Okay, I guess RoyaL is just fated to win any game in which he kills the third base of Queen without really any resistance at all, because there were no sunken. There was like 1 sunken here. What the heck, dude? And man, what a weird repeat of game 1. Oh, hang on. That's a faster Vulture movement upgrade. Maybe he's doing the thing. I always talk about this, right? Even if you're going SK Terran, you've got a factory anyway. Use the factory to make Vultures and research Spider Mines and just put them all around the map. It's really good against Lings and Ultras. Well, I mean, it's like game 1. I don't want to caster curse it, but I kind of feel like if the Zerg loses their third base for free, you're dead. Oh, okay, hold up. This is +1 vehicle weapons and spider mines. The spider mines I'm not surprised by. The +1 vehicle weapons I am surprised by. That seems like a bit more of an investment into vultures that you're just making one at a time than I think you should make, I guess. I don't know. They're waiting for their spider mines, I guess. Mutas and their Scourge buddies. Ooh, free SCV is free. He was trying to expand down here. Marines stimming, getting into position to deal with the annoyance. But it's 100 to 68 supply, ladies and gents. It is. Scourge trying to connect on these Valks as they've been doing all day, trying to, with varying levels of success. Oh, are you kidding? That Scourge got a science vessel. I guess 2 of them, 1 turret. Not enough to wipe them both out in time. Valkyries. Yeah, just get out. Get out of our neighborhood, y'all. And the 3rd base is getting replanted. It's almost done. That's nice. But I just... yeah. That Zerg player needs that 3rd gas so bad. It is super props to Queen for not just tapping out when he loses his 3rd base, but honestly, he kind of should just tap out when he loses his 3rd base. It is so hard to win. So hard to win. Ooh, another factory coming in. That production tab is telling us some secrets. Certainly is. Oh, a couple of vultures got up behind the mineral line of the 3rd base where there are no drones, but still. It's annoying. And Queen is supply blocked. His overlords are dying at too high of a rate. Yeah, man. Adrenal's on the way. Defiler Mound's on the way. Nidus Canal's on the way. But, dude, this is a 3rd base. That's another factory. We are tech switching, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. Right? A lot of you guys leave comments that are like, why doesn't Terran open SK Terran and then just tech switch into mech? As he tries to assault this 3rd base again, he's losing a lot of Marines here. These lurkers are not dying. Okay, the lurkers all die, but that bought time for the mutas to show up and wipe out this group. I don't know. Still a pretty good trade overall. Lurkers coming out of this Nidus to shut this down. So, I'm just going to say, we've had plenty of examples where Terrans have tried that very thing, Terran viewer. They've tried going from SK Terran and transitioning into mech. But there's this tiny window where they don't quite have enough SK Terran to stay alive. They don't have enough mech to stay alive. And then they die. So it's tough against an Elite Zerg player. But if you've killed their 3rd base and they're super on the back foot, then you know what? You can kind of do it. There's a scan. He sees 4 lurkers. Vultures. Oh, getting behind this mineral line is so good. It is so good. See you later, guys. No mineral mining for you today. 59 to 32 workers in favor of RoyaL. This is all just a direct result of Queen losing his 3rd base for absolutely no reason. None. No reasons were had. The vultures die thanks to lurker support, but you know, a bunch of 3 more drones died. 50. Okay, it's double the worker count. Scourge. Oh, 1 hit. Not enough. Getting in here again, trying to bust through these lurkers. These are 0-0 Marines. Oh. He is planning on going mech. These Marines would have better upgrades by now. Okay, the Nidus is providing some infinite reinforcement capabilities, which I'm sure RoyaL is saying is bullcrap under his breath. This is a 4th base? Okay, look. Look. This is a 3-basing Zerg. Oh, there you go. Lift off the barracks. Goodbye, barracks! Goodbye. We'll miss you. Go do some scouting. Go force Scourge to try to kill you. Which is not cost efficient for them. Yeah. No. Oh, no. No, Royal couldn't kill the third base of Queen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a 3-basing Terran, fully 3 bases at 67 SCVs at 14 minutes. This fourth base is almost done. There's gas at all of these bases, which means he can start pumping tanks, which he's doing. He's pumping siege tanks and making 2 more factories, adding them to the bunch. And more Vulture run by. We don't care if there are lurkers here. There are no Sunkens here. Just kidding, there is one now. And Adrenalings, but dude, 30 drones remain. This Vulture activity has been nothing short of stellar in favor of RoyaL here. RoyaL does not want to lose in Game 4. He doesn't want to lose in Game 4. And I think he is forcing a Game 4. I think he forced a Game 4 5-6 minutes ago. Something along those lines. Okay, so the tools are here. It's just Game 1 again. Yeah, there was Plague for Queen. Yeah, Plague had Dark Swarm. Plague. Queen had Dark Swarm. Yeah, Queen had some Ultras. Well, he's trying to make some Ultras, but then he died. This is just not. The Valkyries are remaining alive, by the way. Unless these are different Valkyries, which maybe they are. But I imagine we want more Science Vessels than Valks at this stage of the game. We're just scanning, aren't we? Scanning. The defenses at your third base seem a little bit minimal, Queen. He's like, hang on, I got more lurkers. My Nidus can protect us. D-Matrix on the Valkyrie. First D-Matrix of the day. Scourge can't kill it because of the D-Matrix. Queen trying to march us out of here. I don't need. Why are you running from these lings? There we go. Worried about another Dark Swarm, I guess. So that Defiler just got sniped. So the Dark Swarm's all you're going to have here for a minute. I do love these barracks positions. Good scouting. And yeah, any Scourge that are in the area, nice snipe on that Science Vessel, are just going to run into it and die. That Dark Swarm, it's the last one, but it is providing some good value. Ooh, fourth base from Queen. Is it, though? Is this a fourth base? Nice snipe on the Scourge. Tanks is real quick. Has RoyaL not even bothered to research siege mode? He hasn't bothered yet. He doesn't have siege mode for these tanks. What is the point? I mean, okay, another Science Vessel down. Plague-oo. Catching it hard, but what's inside this Dark Swarm? Apparently nothing. Spider Mine connections are good. No, Plague Marines versus Mutas. We've seen that earlier today. That results in a lot of dead Marines. But dude, another base coming in from RoyaL. Come on. Come on. Quick, irradiate a drone. Irradiate a drone. Okay, too busy elsewhere, I suppose. Vultures being all sorts of active. So look, to Queen's credit, he's gotten a fourth base up. He's still down 150 to 99 supply. He's trying to get chitinous plating. Never going to say no to a little chitinous plating. These Mutas have their +1 carapace. It's provided a lot for them today, actually. And we're just adding more Goliaths to the mix, because Mutas are kind of more of the problem here than anything else at the moment, says RoyaL. So, yeah, we have enough money to make 8 Goliaths at a time. How much money do you have, Queen? And Queen's like, well, could make 3 sets of Lings and 3 Overlords at a time. That's pretty good, right? And it is pretty good. Medics are tanky. That 1 armor, dude. Makes a big difference against Mutas. Hey, Mutas wiped out a tank. But guess what? This time, we have Siege mode. And this time, we have Goliath with Charon boost. And this time, look, hats off to Queen for forcing this game to get to 18 minutes. But when you're down 180 to 112 supply, look at the supply, as the French caster Todd would say. No, now there's siege mode. Now there are a ton of Goliaths. Now there is +2 attack and +1 armor on this mech. Technically, Dark Swarmling is sort of the answer to all of this, but also splash damage exists. So all the Lings are dead. Yeah, Yeah, no. You couldn't get in even close. Okay, no, just no. Here come the Ultras. They have chitinous plating. And +1 attack even, but they don't have any anabolic synthesis, but they're... Okay, the mutas are like, no. No. Right side, 4th base, dead. There is a nice Ling Dark Storm attack here at the 3rd base of Royal, but you're down by double the supply, Queen. Muta is forcing in a full evac of SCVs from that 4th base. But the 5th base is better protected, and the Muta count is not high, and the 4th base is gone, and the 3rd base... Okay. Yeah, when the Ultras can't even close in to try to hit you before they die, that's a GG. That is it, man. Look, hats off to Queen. Just throwing this out there, man. That was fantastic. That was the most fantastic display from Queen, trying to make it back. He almost, well, didn't almost come back, but it was a valiant fight, man. Royal's like, yeah, I'll just tech into mech with +3 siege tanks and Goliaths and Vultures and 193 supply versus 68. Very, very good. I was forced to lift off my 3rd base, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Wow. So yeah, dropping the 3rd base, but not dying until 20 minutes. Hats off to Queen, but Royal is victorious and is forcing a game 5. 126,000 points, 109,000 points. Guess who had more points? Outproducing the Terran player, but getting outkilled by the Terran player by not quite a 2-to-1 ratio, but close. 4 buildings raised by the Zerg, 7 by the Terran player, and getting outspent by the Terran player by 7,000 resources in a 20-minute game. You are going to be insanely hard-pressed. Like, insanely hard-pressed to find a game where a Zerg player in 20 minutes gets outspent by their Terran opponent by 7,000 resources. There's just no way. Has it been done? Probably. Has it been done at the, the ASL champion level? Probably not. So, that was great. Let's go to game 5. Man, I'm excited for this one. Are you excited? You should be excited. Ka-chow. Game 5, we're back on Hidden Track. Top left, Zerg. He's orange this time. It's Queen. And in the bottom right, sporting as red, it is Royal. Yes, red is a royal color, as well as purple, based on the fact that purple was a color that was extremely hard to get back in the medieval ages of Europe. So only people that had a lot of money could afford to wear purple. Now you know. Oh, that last game, man. Queen fought so hard. So hard. But in the end, it didn't even matter. So, cross-spawn here on Hidden Track. Terry the Overlord moving down. We've got Terry merch at falconpaladin.store. As well as Robert the Zealot merch and Steve the SCV merch. Check it out. We'll ship anywhere except for North Korea. So like if you're in Vietnam, we ship there. If you're in Zambia, we ship there. Laos, we ship there as well. Unless you're in North Korea, we don't ship to you if you're in North Korea. But if you're in North Korea and watching this, I wonder how you're doing it, man. YouTube is not available in North Korea or China, I think. I know Google isn't available. Well, I don't know. I think Google made their own version of Google for China. Anyway, I'm excited because I have tickets to a 9 p.m. showing on February 29th for Dune Part 2, which is tomorrow as of this casting. The reviews are so good, but I kind of feel like it can't live up to the hype at this point. I kind of prefer to go into movies blind. I can be excited for them because I liked Dune Part 1, so that automatically means I'm excited for Dune Part 2. But that level of hype is acceptable. But people talking about it, dude, they're like... Anyway, they are hyping it up so much. And I fear it will not live up to it. So, I will let you know what I think about it. Okay. Seriously, though, we're gonna try bunker. No, you're not. No, you're not. It kind of is, though. This is 1 racks, no gas. Marine production? Don't you want 2 racks if you want to do this? Oh my gosh. Game 5 is off the chain. But this, I mean, come on. Just buy in time for these lings to come out. These 3 sets of lings can handle this. We're not worried about it. He's like, you know what? Good enough. The 3 lings are here. Let them start building a bunker if they want. But the lings are coming out. They're running down. Yeah, the SCVs are like, at this point, we're not even going to bother trying to build a bunker. Or maybe we will. The bunker doesn't fit up back there, though. Oh, right here it does. Ah! Ah! Okay, SCV building the bunker dies, but it walls. Oh my gosh, there's another bunker position back there. There is one. RoyaL, you dirty, filthy Terran player. This is sick. I thought for sure he'd given up on bunker tech. No. No. He's building 2. Behind this mineral line. There's a creep colony coming up. It can't come up any faster for Queen here. Sunken, go. All right, man. Sunken on the way. Doesn't take that long to build. Sunken. Bunker finishing. Oh, and canceling that bunker. Dude, Link jump. You have to take some shots. Okay. Yes, taking some shots intended for the sunken. There we go. And the SCV's outside repairing. Ah! Okay, that's held. That is held. That was really well placed, that creep colony, so that the Marines couldn't hit it while it was coming up. That was massive. Oh, and now he's killing his own sunken because it's messing with the pathing of his own drones. Wow. Fair enough, I guess. Expanded behind that was RoyaL. That wasn't an all-in. He would have probably gone 2 racks and not expanded if he was all-inning. Wow, Queen, you absolute madman. You absolute madman. I cannot believe that. That was looking extremely scary, but no biggie. I don't know that canceling this bunker was the right idea. I kind of feel like preventing the lings from getting up here would have been super nice. But I don't know. Who am I to second guess RoyaL? I probably shouldn't do that. Barracks on the way. Academy on the way. Lair finishing. Spire go. That's right. That's right, Queen. You haven't skipped your mutas yet. You're not going to skip them today. Not even close. Stim getting researched. And we've kind of settled into just a regular TVZ. Seriously, if you came into this game right now, blind, hadn't known what happened the first 5 minutes, would you be like, there was some shenanigans in the first 5 minutes? No, you'd be like, we're on 2 base. I guess it is pretty late for extra barracks, so that would probably tell you what's going on. And the fact that the Spire isn't, he's like halfway done at 6 minutes would tell you too something weird is happening. And the fact that there is the remains of something inside this mineral line would tell you, okay, there were probably some crazy shenanigans going on, but you know, if you just kind of glanced at the situation, you wouldn't think it was too weird. Third base coming up top right. Okay, Queen, your only job in this game is keeping this third base alive. The games you've kept it alive, you've won. And the games you haven't kept it alive, you've lost. It seems like some pretty simple cause and effect here. Guess who's scanning? That's right, RoyaL is. And he sees the Spire, and he sees the time it pops, and he says, turret production soon. TM. Marines range coming in. Hidden track has this base in the middle, which is just, I mean, it's horrible. Lurkers can sit back here. Tanks can sit back here. Dragoons can sit back here. It's a terrible place to expand, but that's why it's in the middle, because it's hard to take. Let's see. No, again, that's just another feint. Man, I don't know why he wouldn't go for that third base with this. Ooh, he is. Now that he knows it's here, I think he should have gone there earlier. All right, so now the Muta's entire job is to keep that third base alive. Because guess what there isn't? A Hydralisk again. Okay, good snipe. Ling's trying to jump into this party too. Are there enough? Again, reinforcing Marines show up, kind of screwing with the dynamics here. Okay, RoyaL. Ow. 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 Okay, several Mutas have died here, but the war is won there, right? I mean, the battle is won in the whole war because guess what? Those guys weren't able to get up to the third base and destroy it. So Queen will take this result. And twice on Thursdays. Every day. And twice on Thursdays or Sundays or whatever the saying is. Oh, yes. Yeah, fight that SCB. You got him. You can take him. Little Zergling guy. Zeke the Zergling. Ezekiel. Two port. Early two port. Wraiths awaiting launch orders. Once again, dude, come on. Stop letting these guys get so close to your third, man. Another one bites the dust. Another group's heading up this way. Running. Dude. Look at this flying V these guys have. But this group is up here. This group is deep into Zerg territory. This group is like, oh, what's that? That's... Ah! GG! RoyaL! Wins it! For the same reason that Queen has lost every game today. Just poorly not defending your third base. Also, this group just waltzed into the natural base where there were no Sunkens either. What the heck are you doing, Queen? What is this? I don't even know. He was trying to do this with Mutas and Lings. And RoyaL said, no, you're not. You can't. Not well enough, you're not. There was no aggression from the Mutas on this side of the map whatsoever. He didn't even build turrets, did he? Okay, he's got a turret here. And, dude, he was confident. RoyaL built no turrets in his bases. Okay, one turret. That doesn't even count as a turret, man. But then just no lurker tech means your Mutas and Lings have better be on top of every Marine that's out on the map so you can save your third base, because if that dies, you're dead. And then he just kind of got caught in Nowheresville land. His +1 attack isn't finished yet. Dude, even having one Sunken at this base, just one Sunken, one piece of static defense would have maybe been enough for him to save this. But does he have enough Mutas to save this and this? I don't think so. Wow. Dude, RoyaL. Just making good trades, wiping out Mutas as he can, taking Marine deaths, producing. Off of two bases, sending a little armed group up this way while distracting the Mutas with this army, and then this army gets up here. I want to see where these Mutas get pulled. Because I feel like these Mutalisks, how do you end up in nowhere's land, like no man's land here, right? How do you end up defending neither of your bases? Is what I'd like to see. So let's watch the last minute of this game here real quick. Hit this like button if you enjoyed it, by the way, because it was bonkers. What an incredible best of 5, and RoyaL comes out on top, too. Amazing stuff from him. Although, I don't know. Queen needs to work on defending his third bases, I guess? See, look, this group's here. This is actively defending the third base. It's good. It's great. But then he can't handle that number of Marines, I guess, and these Lings were gonna try. And this group decides to go defend the third base because they need to. Right? I saw them fly over here, and these Lings, they were going to... But then he's like, wait, what? These guys... How did I... Just totally got stuck in no man's land. All right, GG, man. Royal gets the win 3-2 in this best of 5. Epic best of 5. Super fun stuff, man. 9-11 on the final game. 23,000 to 22,000 points. Similar numbers produced, similar numbers killed. I mean, yes, fine. Resources pretty even, but the Terran outspent the Zerg in 9 minutes. It's not really a number I'm worried about all that much, to be honest. It was more just production. Man, I guess what I'm wondering right now, right? What I'm wondering right now is if that early bunker stuff set Queen back enough that he simply didn't have the resources to handle what Royal was doing. Is that a fair question to ask? Right? Like, is there any way that Queen could have won that thing based on where it ended right after, he'd killed all the Marines, the bunkers were gone, the SCVs were gone, he was safe and alone in his first and his second base? Was he just so behind on mining at that second base that he couldn't pull it off? Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe some of you guys are better expert game readers than I am. You probably are. But anyway, that was a ton of fun, and I gotta go. So that's gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, a Patreon cast, and a Best of 5 Epic cast for you today. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.